Have you ever watched a movie scene and felt tears streaming down your face before you even realized it? Have you ever heard someone else's painful story and found yourself crying along with them, even if you barely know them? If this sounds familiar, then you are one of those rare and remarkable people who cry easily. And today we are going to uncover the hidden psychology behind why you are actually wired this way. Society has spent years telling sensitive people that crying is a sign of weakness. We hear phrases like, toughen up, or don't be so emotional. But modern psychology tells us a completely different story. People who cry easily are not broken. They are not fragile. In fact, science suggests they may be among the most emotionally intelligent human beings on the planet. So what is really going on inside the mind and body of someone who tears up so easily? Let us break it down. The number one psychological trait found in people who cry easily is high empathy. Empathy is your brain's ability to feel what another person is feeling, almost as if their pain becomes your pain. Researchers have found that highly empathetic people have a more active mirror neuron system in the brain. These are the neurons that fire when you watch someone else experience emotion, making you feel it too. This means when you see someone crying on screen or hear a friend going through heartbreak, your brain is not just understanding their emotion, it is literally experiencing it alongside them. Crying is simply your body's natural release valve for all that emotional energy flooding your nervous system. The role of emotional sensitivity. Another key factor is emotional sensitivity, a trait that psychologists now recognize as deeply connected to a concept called sensory processing sensitivity, or SPS. People with high SPS process the world more deeply than others. They notice subtle details, they think more deeply about experiences, and they feel emotions with far greater intensity. This is not a disorder. It is a personality trait shared by approximately 15 to 20% of the population. These individuals are often creative, deeply intuitive, and highly attuned to the emotions of those around them. Their tears are not a malfunction. They are a feature. When you cry, your body is doing something incredibly intelligent. Tears actually contain stress hormones. When you release tears, you are literally flushing cortisol and other stress chemicals out of your body. This is why you often feel a sense of calm and relief after a good cry. Your nervous system is regulating itself, resetting back to a state of balance. People who cry easily often have a more reactive autonomic nervous system, meaning their emotional responses are faster and stronger. They feel the highs higher and the lows deeper. This intensity can be overwhelming at times, but it also means they experience joy, love, beauty, and connection in ways that others simply cannot. Here is the most important thing to understand. Crying easily is not a character flaw, it is a form of emotional courage. It takes tremendous strength to remain open and vulnerable in a world that constantly tells you to shut down your feelings. People who cry easily are often the ones who form the deepest relationships, offer the most genuine support, and bring the most authentic human connection into every room they enter. They feel things fully. They live fully. So the next time your eyes fill up during a song, a conversation, or a quiet moment alone, do not reach for shame. Reach for understanding. Your tears are telling you something true about who you are. And who you are is not weak. Who you are is deeply, beautifully human.